First Lady here, and I am in the kitchen today, and I'm unboxing some of my favorite things for the holiday. I don't know about you, but I am excited and ready to cook. So this is the best time of the year. Thanksgiving is just around the corner. It's coming up, and Christmas also. So let's go ahead and let it get started on looking at some of my favorite things that I have for cooking in the kitchen. So this is one of the big items, like a big item that I really have been waiting for, and this is the Cuisinart Chef's Classic Stainless Cookware, and it is the 17-piece set. So I'm excited about it, and so I want to show it to you and just go ahead and unbox it. Are we on? All right. Welcome in, you guys. Thank you for coming in and joining me today as I'm having fun in the kitchen unboxing some of my favorite things. Now, this is a 17-piece set. And so this is all the stainless steel. It's got lots and lots of different pieces to it. And this is, of course, the Chef's Classic, but it has several different pieces to it. These are the small little saucepans. The bigger ones have the lids, so they are very nice. And this is a heavy set. And so what I plan to do is I just really want to clear out the ones that I have that are old and go ahead and transfer and use some of these new ones. So this is another saucepan, and as you can see, the Cuisinart is really good because it has these reinforced handles that really will not come loose or give you any trouble as you are cooking, and they can go right from the stove top to the oven without any problem at all because they are so sturdy. So I'm excited about this. There's a big one that's underneath here. Just want to show you this huge lid for this big pot that I have. And each one of these has their own lid. So it's the saucepan with the lid. And that is the 1 quart, the 2 quart. It goes all the way to the 4 quart Dutch oven. And then the 8 quart stock pot. So that is exactly the one that I'm looking for because I am planning on doing some greens. So it's probably all the way down in the bottom of this, but I love this whole entire set. Look at this. This is really neat. This is like a strainer. And let me look on the side here. This is a steamer insert. So this is really nice because you can actually just use this to do your rice or your pasta, and you just lift it right out without having to strain or drain the water. So this is a beautiful set that I got for my birthday, and my husband got this for me, and I love it. I can't wait. I will definitely be using all of these, and I think the ones that I want to leave, I'll keep, and the ones that I don't, my old ones, I probably will just donate them. And so this will take up a lot of space, so I'm excited about using these this week as I cook. So I'm just going to set this down. All right, I'm going to show you some other things that I have that I'm excited about. And some of these are gifts that I got for my birthday. So my sister got me this great meat masher that I love. I have not used this, but I have seen a lot of people use this, so I'm excited to have something new. They've been around for a little while, and I'm just now getting one. Of course, you gotta have your spatulas. And these are some cute little tongs that I got from, I think it was my son's girlfriend, I think got me these. But lots and lots of beautiful gifts for getting ready to cook for the holidays. Now this is another, like a bundt cake pan, but this is a fluted cake pan that I have that I will use, and this is completely non-stick, so this will be great to use. I have some new oven mitts because they got tired of my oven mitts being all burned and used. So I got some new oven mitts, and this is a square cake pan that I got that's non-stick. This is Delmonico's Perfect Bake. So this is non-stick. It is a raised surface on the bottom, which is supposed to be really great for baking. All right, so I'm definitely going to be using this. I'm probably going to make a pan of brownies for this pan using that. Love that. And I ordered these cute little contraption to make some fried pies, which I think is really neat when you use the little contraption that will open and close. But you will be making like some little, if you want to make some little fried pies with your little flour and put them in there and just shape them, it will shape them and make them into little small mini fried pies in the kitchen. So that is fabulous, just something cute to use around the holidays. And I may make some little mini fried apple pies. Now for this is one of my favorites. This is the roaster that I got, and I'm so excited about this. This is the carbon steel roaster with rack. So this is the Cook's Supply Company. This is, I mean, really it's for the love of cooking. That's what it says on there in terms of their logo. But this is an amazing find that I got. I'm so excited about this because I have only always used just a little brown or dark blue, black roast pan, and I've never had one that's kind of in the holiday colors. So I'm really excited about using this pan. This is a roaster with a rack. So let me go ahead and let's see if we can get this one open so we can go ahead and see what it looks like on the inside. Let me grab a pair of scissors. Okay, so I'm taking this part off and just cutting around it so we get to see what this looks like on the inside. And I love how they have this wrapped up really good so that it doesn't open and you don't lose the inside rack that's in here. So you can see how heavy this is. This is the carbon steel, and it is great handle on the top, and it's really going to be sturdy if you want to cook your turkey, roast your turkey for turkey and dressing. Now I took the lid off, so now you can see the inside of this pan. You can see they reinforced it with some of this tape here to try to keep it down. It's not very deep, but you can see that when you take the rack off, you can definitely use the rack, and set it down and use this for your turkey. And so your meat sits in there, and it sits down off in there, and the juices can go underneath and just drain off. And so then the lid goes on very nicely. Now my sister was telling me about this at where she lives, and I went in the store and I found it. She told me about it, and I went right in the store where I live and I found it. So even though we live in 2 different states, she was telling me about where she went and got it, and so I went right in and got it. And I got this, you guys. Let's see, the price for this was, I think it was $18.99. Let me look at the bottom of it. No, actually $16.99. $16.99. So under $20 for this nice holiday roaster. All right, so I'm excited. I have my sweet potatoes over here that I'm going to be making some sweet potato pies. So if you see that smoke in the background, that is what that is for, because they are actually almost ready. I want to show you some of the favorite things that I use in the kitchen when I'm cooking for the holidays. Sometimes you can use a store brand, obviously, but then sometimes you have your favorite brands that you like to use for particular cooking items that you use. And so I know that you can cut corners. And the way things are so expensive nowadays, you may want to use the store brand, and sometimes I do. But there are a few brands that I really, really kind of swear by during the holidays. So the first thing is when I am making pies, I really love to have this Pet evaporated milk. This is my favorite because of the way that it tastes. It is creamy. And it is not very expensive. I think I got this for like $1.58 for one can. And you can make two pies with one can. So my recipe calls for one whole can pretty much of the Pet evaporated milk when I'm making sweet potato pies. So Pet is my favorite brand for the evaporated milk. You let me know in the comments what yours is. Maybe you don't have this brand where you live, and that's okay. So just let me know what you like. But this is the one that I have always, always used for a really, really long time. And so I'm going to be making a ton of pies. So I have a couple of 2 or 3 of these cans of the Pet evaporated milk. Now the next thing that I really love, and this is the Ocean Spray jelly cranberry sauce. Now this is my favorite, one of my favorites because of the way that it tastes. Now the way that the cranberry sauce is, it's gelled. So that's why this is jelly cranberry sauce. And so you can actually get the ones that's the whole berry. I really like to do that sometimes too. But my family, they don't really like the whole berries, but I love the whole berry cranberry sauce. You can even make your own if you just use whole cranberries, fresh or frozen cranberries. You can make your own cranberry sauce and it'll taste just as good too. And it says here, there is a recipe on the back here that you could use to make some other things with this jelly cranberry sauce. But just know that Ocean Spray is one of the best. And I have tried some of the other brands of cranberry sauce, and sometimes it tastes a little bit too sour, and some of the other ones are sometimes too sweet. So it really kind of just depends on your taste. But when I get the cranberry sauce, the Ocean Spray, it's really just the perfect consistency and it tastes great. Now, another thing that is my favorite when I am making sweet potato pies or cooking or baking of any kind, when it requires vanilla, I use the pure vanilla extract. It doesn't really matter the brand per se. Some people, they go to, like for example, when they go to Jamaica or when they go to the Caribbean, they will get that pure vanilla from them. But I love to use just pure vanilla extract, and it's better than the imitation vanilla. And you want to use the pure vanilla extract because you don't have to use as much. So obviously this is a 2 ounce, and this can get quite expensive, especially when you choose some of those really, really, expensive brands of pure vanilla extract. But you don't have to get the most expensive. Just make sure you get pure vanilla extract and not the imitation, if that makes sense. All right, so that's another one of my favorite things. Now, here is my all-time favorite to make cornbread dressing. Now, I know that there are a ton of different cornmeal mixes out there that you can use, but over the years, I love this used to be Aunt Jemima or Aunt Jemima, and they changed the name a couple of 2 or 3 years ago to Pearl Milling Company. But obviously, the taste and the texture and the product is really still the same. But I use the buttermilk cornmeal mix. And the reason why I like to use the cornmeal mix is because the cornmeal mix has all the other ingredients already built in. So you're not adding the baking powder or whatever, those things that help to make your cornbread rise. Everything is already here in this buttermilk cornmeal mix. So it says here flour, salt, and baking powder are already blended in the mix. And this makes it so easy. So really, all you have to do is measure it out to make your cornbread, add your milk and your eggs and your hot oil, and you are ready. Remember, you have to have the hot oil in your pan. If you're going to use a pan, a skillet, cast iron, whatever, if you're going to use whatever you're going to use to bake your cornbread in, your oil has to be hot. So you put that pan in that oven and you let that oil get hot when you are making your cornbread for your cornbread dressing. Okay, so this is my absolute all-time favorite brand. There are so many other ones out there. I don't like them. They don't make my cornbread taste nearly as good as it does when I use the Aunt Jemima or the Pearl milling. All right, so now a couple of other things that I want to touch on when you are making your cornbread dressing. This is the Trinity. Now, there are some people that say you use, a different Trinity where it's the carrots and the onions and the celery. Well, what I use, green bell pepper, then I have celery, and I have onion. So this is my Trinity. When I'm making cornbread dressing, it's bell pepper, onions, and celery. So that's what you need to make your cornbread dressing taste amazing. Now, you have to have sage. So this is another one of my favorite ingredients, is to use ground sage. Or perhaps if you want a thicker texture, you use the rubbed sage. All right, so the rubbed sage is a little bit more crumbly, whereas this is the ground sage. It's a little bit more fine, like ground pepper. So in thinking about sage, you really have to think about what kind you want, because a lot of people are like, I don't want to see the sage, but I want to taste the sage in my dressing. Well, it's totally up to you. I love to have the flavor of sage in my cornbread dressing. So once you make the cornbread, of course, you are going to add the bell pepper, the onion, the celery, and you are going to have the sage. That's what you need to give it that cornbread dressing taste, all right? So don't forget to get your sage. That's one of my favorite things when I am making dressing. Now, poultry seasoning is also important. And these, it really does not matter. The brand doesn't matter. You don't have to spend a lot of money on a lot of these seasonings. These seasonings should be ready and available in any grocery store. So I would say get in there early, because a lot of times these types of seasonings that you use for cooking, they will be gone. I remember one year I ran out of sage and I ran to the store and nobody had any. I mean, I went to 3 different stores. So you definitely don't want to wait until the last minute to try to get all your seasonings and your spices. Now, poultry seasoning is really good because you're going to be seasoning your meat, whatever kind of poultry you're doing. Are you doing chicken? Are you doing turkey? And so if you are doing a chicken or turkey, are you doing some kind, perhaps you want to be a little fancy and use duck? Well, if that's the case, still, poultry seasoning is going to be the best thing that you're going to use. Now, the final thing that I'm going to pull out, all right, a couple of things before we get out of here today. I definitely want you to see my butterball turkey. It's been such a long time since I have done a turkey, but I'm excited because a lot of times turkey is too much meat for my family, but I found one that wasn't really very large. This one is actually a 14-pounder. All right, this baby is 14 pounds. And so I'm going to cook this. When you cook your turkey, just make sure I like to just sort of bake my turkey. A lot of people will either fry a turkey, or they will roast a turkey, or they will even smoke a turkey. I've done all of that over the years. But I think if you want to have the best, the most flavorful, and the most tender juicy turkey, in my opinion, I just like to keep it simple and just bake it. Put it in this roaster that I have. It's gonna go in this roaster and it's gonna drain off and it's gonna make a rich broth underneath, and I'll save that broth and I'll use it for some of my dressing and for my gravy. But just put it in the oven. It takes a while for turkey, more so than chicken. So just watch it. You can use a meat thermometer if you want to. I tend to just sort of watch it. And because this is a 14 pounder, this one won't have to cook as long as a 25-pound turkey would. All right, but just follow the package directions. But I'm excited about making my turkey this year. Now, the final thing that I want to show you, make it easy on yourself in the kitchen. I have this beautiful KitchenAid chopper that I have used for a really long time, and it really helps me because whenever I'm doing the bell pepper, the onion, and the celery, I'm not chopping this stuff up by hand. Trust me, I'm just putting it in the chopper, and it is making everything quick and easy. And normally I can get in and out of the kitchen, within just a few hours. And so I'm excited about cooking. If you don't have one of these, I have been looking for another one like this recently in the store, and I have not been able to find one. They've kind of switched the model and changed it to where it's a little bit smaller. I don't know, but let me know in the comments if you know where to find this, if you want to look online and see if you can find one that's similar to this one, because this one is bigger and it can hold a lot more. But you can always use your food processor or your food chopper that you have. All right, so I don't know about you, but it is time to get cooking in the kitchen. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'll be hopefully trying to post a few videos of a few things that I'm making, but I definitely want you guys to go and watch my chicken and dressing video that I have it's been up for a long time for people to watch. There's a couple of other things, the sweet potato crunch and all the macaroni and cheese, all the things that you want to make. If you want to do greens, turnip greens with a smoked turkey leg, you can watch all of those videos because they are all up on my channel for you to watch and for you to just make all of the favorite things that you want to make for this holiday season for you and your family. So thank you guys so much for watching me as I have been unboxing some of my favorite things, showing you some of the things that I plan to use when I get ready to cook for the holidays. So leave me a comment, like this video, share this video, and happy cooking, you guys. Happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, and continue, you guys, to be blessed. Love you guys. Thanks for watching.